Welcome back. Episode 5, right? Episode 5 already. We are cruising. I'm here with Noah, as always. Hello, sir.
What's going on?
How you doing?
Doing well. I'm ready to rank some autos.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I just got done watching the D-backs sweep the Dodgers. It's absolutely beautiful. Brought a tear to my eye. Love to
Go
see it.
D-backs.
Yeah, hell yeah, go D-backs, baby. All the way. The Grump was rooting for him the whole game. She sat there and watched. Didn't miss his pitch. It was incredible. So definitely a fun way to start and end our night. And now we're going to be doing a tier list tonight. The last few episodes, we've been chatting about topics and different parts of the hobby. And one of the big ones is obviously autographs. That's about 95% of it, really, these days, is everybody wants the auto. So we thought it'd be fun to do a little more of an interactive video with you guys today. And what that means is you're going to see on the screen here a tier list. And we have compiled a certain chunk of autographs. It's not everybody. We'll probably have to do another one of these down the road with your input, hopefully. But we've compiled a little chunk of legends, rookies, new and old school in between. And we have 5 levels that we're going to be ranking them on, S through D. And I'll have Noah explain what those kind of mean and what our kind of base criteria is. It's not anything super official. And again, these are just our opinions. But they do seem to be pretty consistent through the hobby. So let's see if you agree. If there's any autographs you think we're missing, just comment it down below. And as always, if you could drop a little follow, and hit that subscribe button, we would definitely appreciate it. A lot of you have been listening to all of our episodes all the way through. It's just been fantastic. We really appreciate it. So keep that up, and any feedback you have is always appreciated. So I'll turn it over to Noah, and he will walk us through the parameters here, and then we're going to rock and roll.
Yeah. So for people who don't know what a tier list is so tier lists originate from video games. The games I associate it with would be like Super Smash Brothers, games like that, fighting games typically, where the best of the best go in S tier, the worst of the worst go in D or F. Don't ask me why S is the highest tier. I don't know. I used to know, but I really don't care. So S is just gonna be your best. D is gonna be your worst. I know me and Jordan have slightly different criteria. Focus on the technical aspects of the auto. I just want to see if you have a cool auto or not. To be honest, man, if it looks bad, I don't care if you're popular or not popular. If you have a cool auto, I'll put you high. If you have a bad auto, I'll put you low. Jordan's a little more on the specifics. I'll let him talk about those. But so yeah, what are you judging for your autos, Jordan?
I am pretty simple. There are, obviously we do a lot of ripping of packs in the group through group breaks and personal boxes. And I see a lot of ink. We rip and top load a lot of ink. And I feel like I've seen everything imaginable come out of these packs. So for me, I always like to look at consistency. Is a driver consistently signing the same way through different products in different years? Does it get sloppy over the time? Which we will. There's definitely a few in here which you will see, which is just evident that some drivers have fallen off the deep end. So just consistency, cleanliness of the auto. Some drivers are notorious for either going off the card with certain letters or with their swoops, or lifting the pen, missing part of their name, etc. Those are the two big ones, and then just placement on the auto. Do they sign in a good clean area, or do they just kind of whip through them? That's kind of what I look for, just because we always want to pull a nice clean auto for people. So that's kind of what I look for. It's not set in stone, but that's the main parts. That's the main stuff for me. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's get right into it. We have Vegas coming up this weekend. I know you're going to be at the race, so that'll be a fun thing to talk about next week. Episode 6, we have no idea what it's going to be, so just stay tuned for that. We are into the round of 8, and it's definitely going to be an interesting push to the finish for all these drivers. So there'll be a lot to chat about. Lots of hobby stuff releasing here at the end of the month. Again, Chronicles and Prime. Prime got moved up. Prime's coming out on November 7th, allegedly, which is a week and a half after Chronicles. So very, very new and exciting time for us in the racing hobby. We've never been blessed like this before. and we will see how it goes. It's going to be a very interesting break schedule for sure. So,
Yeah.
without further ado, who is our first auto of the night, Mr. Noah?
Oh, do you want me to pick?
Yeah, who we
Is
start
it just
with?
like a come step on down?
Step right
Uh,
up. Who's your first target tonight
all
on the tier
right,
list?
all right. Gray Galding, step on down.
Gray Galding. Where is Graysif Galding?
He's in the third row by Ricky. He's by Ricky Rudd
Third
and
row.
Lewis.
Third row. There he is. All right, got him. So Gray Galding, where are we thinking Gray? I'm gonna let you start on this. I have a very specific opinion on this young man.
You know, like I like yo people with Tennessee. I like uniqueness in autos a lot. Like I think the auto is the extension of the driver themselves.
Amen.
So that's something I keep in mind. And this Galding really doesn't do it for me. Like sure it's scripted out. But honestly, it looks like pretty sloppy cursive. It looks like my cursive I learned when cursive's irrelevant now. Like I'm not getting the best vibes from Galding. I don't think he's D tier. I think he's a pretty like for me he's a pretty clear C tier for me. You could maybe argue B tier for me, but I'm very comfortable in C tier for him.
Well, I am gonna argue because I think Gray's got one of the most consistent, fancy autographs to this day. Even though he's not racing as much as he used to, the man still signs, and he signs the same on whether it's NT, Donruss, Chronicles, whatever it may be. He's a nice, consistent, clean auto. Whether it's sticker or on card too, that's another big one for me. A lot of drivers struggle with the stickers because it's obviously a small confined space, but it's always been consistent for me. So I am going to put him at a solid B. That's where I had Galding.
I'm fine. I'm fine putting him in B tier.
I
Like I
think
said, I like C a little more, but I'm fine with B. B is fine for me. I don't have that strong of a preference.
Yeah, I think Galding is definitely a strong B. Now, if he had issues with it, I would agree probably C. But man, I've pulled hundreds of his autos and legitimately never really seen a bad one. So props to you, Gray. Even the 2019 on card autos that they had you guys sign with little itty bitty fine point sharpies, you killed it. No runs, no drips, no nothing. So shout out to you, sir, Mr. Panini himself. Beautiful. Next, I'm gonna pick your driver, Bubba. Bubba Wallace is
Fun.
our next one up.
You want me to go? How about I think if like you pick the driver, you go first, and then we'll kind of go back and forth like that. I think
Okay.
that would
So Bubba has
that way. Well, not one of us is leading it off.
Sure, I got you. So Bubba has evolved his autograph, is the terminology I'm going to use, over the years. Obviously, you go back 2016 Prism days, etc., to the Darrell Wallace Jr. auto, the full name, capital D, capital W with the Junior at the end, and now today he does the capital B Bubba, which for as much as the drivers sign, I'm not shocked, and I like it because that's just what he goes by now, so it makes sense to me. And he also signs really clearly. Really, very rarely do I pull a Bubba auto. Now, granted, recently most of his have been redemptions, but live autos of his have been great. Even some of the redemptions I've gotten have been clean, clear, just precise, and to the point. So I would put Bubba at a solid A, just because he did change his auto, but he changed it and kept it consistent, and he has stuck with it. And he does sign his redemption, so that's a bonus for me.
I have Bubba in A as well. I don't think he's S tier like some of these other guys, but it's interesting because I like his old. Like I'm just touching his old one briefly. I think I like his old one more, but the problem is like I think I like him more just because I'm a big fan of his. And like if you're like just a casual fan, like his auto now is like that's Bubba. Like you can clearly tell that's Bubba. It has personality to it, which is what I love. So I think Bubba is a clear A tier. Like you said, I don't. The only time I've seen some of his autos be met are the first B in Bubba sometimes, but it's not super often. So I'm pretty comfortable putting Bubba in A tier.
Agreed. Yeah, and I do like the old Darrell Wallace, the full name auto, back when that was what was on the card as well. But I think that was also young driver, probably new to signing. um, and then just made it his own over the years, which is great because, like you said earlier, it's an extension of the driver and their personality, and it's their signature. So
Hmm.
I dig it. Well said. Who's next?
I'm just gonna go quite. I'm just gonna go quickly. I'm going to the first D tier. I think we can agree. Last row, I'm gonna go Sammy Smith.
Sammy Smith.
Um, so the one I'm talking about is the last row, this NT one, right
Yep.
next to Dale Jr.
Yep. Yeah. The
I
this one
mean,
right here.
give me a break. What are we doing here? Like, at least like, God forbid, show me some effort in
Nope.
your auto. I like.
I agree.
I respect it so much more if it's sloppy, but at least you tried. You can tell he does not give a flying F about his auto when he was signing these cards. He was just trying to get through them quick to get the money and leave. So I don't want to even talk about it that much. I think we can both agree it's a trash auto.
I 100% am on point with you. And for those of you watching, I will put up a larger image of the two autos we have. So the one we just placed in the D tier is a
Oh yeah,
2022.
you can do the other one as well.
Yeah, we're going to do that one next. We'll do them back to back.
Okay,
Is the
cool.
first one you're looking at
Perfect.
is a 2022 National Treasures RPA. And a lot of these are numbered to 2, 1, 3, 5, 10. They're low numbered, big patch, higher end cards, and it's just an S over an S next. S over an S next. Now, Sammy, I do believe, is left handed. I do believe he is left handed. So I'm not gonna harp on him quite as hard. But he
Jordan, I'm
but
left-handed. It's not an
but
excuse.
let
I'm
me finish
left-handed too. It's
let
not
me
an
finish that
excuse.
thought. But he already signed Donruss and Chronicles with his full name, and they were flawless. So it is literally just an effort problem at this point. So I will take one notch off of my harsh opinion. But again, as a popular driver that a lot of us believe in, you really let us down by pulling a Gibbs on us and just swoop done, swoop done, swoop done. Kind of kicking the booty, you know what I mean? And then the next auto you're looking at, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna go to the next one, is the Obsidian. And his old auto, the Lammy Lymph, or the full Sammy Smith. A lot of people say Lammy Lymph because it looks like capital L's. That one I originally had at a solid A because it was a good, clean auto. They all look great. Full name, rookie, out of the gate, signing really well. And then he just, after two products, just really stopped caring. And it's just evident. So I have his old auto at an A. His new auto is at a D. Honestly, it's probably an F. But that's what I have it at.
Uh, I would I would move Sammy to a B. I just like I just knowing the autos we have coming down the line, like I think he's gonna fit better into B tier. Like I think very clearly Bubba's is better. I like I said, I think his is better than the Golding, and I think you might like I said, I think it's right in line with the B tier for me.
I guess that's right. I wouldn't put him as high as Bubba, but he did do a good, consistent job. So I will say that. But again, you just fell off the face of the earth, bro. You just stopped signing. Zero effort. It is what it is.
That's fair.
And yeah, we're gonna call you out. Even the hero cards he signed at the championship race last year were just swoop swoop. It was one of them I got just had one S on it. It's like he just forgot to sign the last initial.
Okay,
Um,
Jordan, this is very random. I just
yeah,
want to throw this in because this is
yeah,
just a
sure.
great cut to make. Random moment. I just got a notification. Okay, this is like very random, right? I got a notification on Hinge of this girl who just messaged me, OMG, you're an IndyCar fan? What is happening? You gotta be
The
shitting me,
biggest
Jordan.
Ferrucci fan in
You
the
cannot.
world.
Yeah, let's go to Ferrucci next, but that's unbelievable. I have a photo of me with Jimmy Johnson, and she just said she's IndyCar.
Hey,
I cannot believe it. I am shell shocked.
there you
I
go,
don't know
buddy.
a single like
If you need a
I don't
minute
know a
to
single like
reply,
guy.
we can pause if you need a minute to
No, no, no.
reply.
I'll let it marinate. I'll let it marinate. It's fine. Like
That's
I cannot
awesome.
believe that, Jordan. That's
Hey,
unbelievable. Let's go to Ferrucci.
Jimmy Johnson just out here changing lives. That's just what he does best.
Yeah,
Props to Jimmy.
we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Props
Yeah.
to Jimmy, man.
Jimmy playing the
Props to
wingman, baby.
Jimmy.
Oh, Jimothy, we love you. But since we're on IndyCar, let's talk about Santino Ferrucci. So I'm gonna let you start on this one. I have my own take on this, but I'm curious to see what you say.
Oh, it's like it's fine for me. But, like like I just want more from it. If we're being honest, like I think it's fine. Like I'll be honest, you could just tell me that was some generic random like dude like down 3 rows from me in the houses and say that's his auto and say yeah, that's probably his autograph. Like it doesn't really do much for me. Now, I think like I think I'd like it more than Sammy Smith, but like the B tier Sammy Smith, but this one just doesn't have any charisma to me. At least like that one, like and the Golding at least have some flair to them. This one really doesn't. I would like C tier. If you want to go B, I'm okay with that.
I had him at a C
But
plus
you'll
B
see icon.
minus. That's where I had him floating.
Okay, I'm trying to skew a little bit like lower because I know some of the autos we have coming later and like between for people to know, I probably would only put like 4 of these autos on S tier. Like I like keep S tier very very high. I
Yeah,
know
it's
you're
gonna be
probably a little bit
limited.
like
It'll
you're
be limited. S is gonna be
yeah.
S has to
So I
be
think
top.
like I'm putting like maybe 5 guys at most in S tier. So I wouldn't put Ferrucci. Like he's very clearly not there. So I think C fits him better.
So we'll put Ferrucci at C because I am at a C plus B minus. The only thing I think would have been cooler for him since he was so limited in the NASCAR series, right? And for those of you who don't know who Santino is,
Mhm.
he's a very, very good Indy driver. Is having an incredible year. Cool dude, very, very fun to follow on social media, etc. Very fan oriented. So he does get a lot of positives there, and his autos are all nice and consistent. But if he would have added like a door number on some of these NASCAR ones, I thought it would have just pushed it just a bit over the top for me, since he probably knew it was going to be limited. So
Yeah.
that's a solid rookie auto though. You know, Santino is one of those names where you just it's like Bubba, right? Bubba Santino. It's just a name. You know, you don't need Ferrucci at the end.
Mhm.
So I do think it's solid, but I did have it at a C plus B minus, so I will agree and put it at a C with you, which is good. I'm gonna let you pick the next one too, since we just carried on to that next one.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go Brad Keselowski. He's in the
Brad
third row, I
K,
think.
got him right there. Old auto pen Brad.
Brad's is just really, yeah, Brad's just really hard for me because you know it's gonna be on a sticker, and it's like I try not to factor that in, but it's really hard for me
Nope,
not to,
I do.
I think on like just because of yeah, I don't think I can put him higher than C tier,
I don't even
and
have him.
I'm
I
gonna be
have him
honest, I
in
don't think
D.
it's
I have him at a D.
oh okay.
I have him
I'm
at a
fine with
D.
putting him in D tier. I think he's probably my highest of the D tiers or lowest of C tiers.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with it, whichever one you want. Like he clearly put like has a little effort, like more than the Sammy Smith, but like
Eh.
it doesn't present itself that well.
Here's the thing. Brad, for those of you who don't know, years ago, for whatever reason, Brad used an auto pen, allegedly used an auto pen. So now everything he signs is on stickers. So if you pull a Brad Keselowski, even if it's a redemption, you know you're getting a sticker auto. So even on NT, on the booklets, it looks weird. It's just an NT booklet with a sticker on it. So I know I have some very, very good close friends that are Brad collectors. We have a bunch in the group. They don't seem to mind, which is all good. It just is what it is. But as a collector, Driver made the choice to do that. Now he's stuck with sticker autos for good. So sticker auto, never going to have it on card again. That goes to D tier for me. We are in agreement. Um, yeah, not much else to say there. That's just Brad K. And I'm not saying he's a D tier person or driver. It's just his autograph in that scenario. That is where he falls. So just remember, this is all auto based. And then the other thing I forgot to mention is at the end, Noah gets one veto and I get one veto. So after we place these drivers, each of us will get to move one driver to wherever we want, no matter what, and the other person can't say anything about it. So look for that. That will be at the end of the list.
I also want to say that I don't know how fair this is, but I just realized the Brad Keselowski I have has his number on it too. I don't know if it's like common for him to do.
He does. He
So this is
does.
26. This is 2016 NT, so it might have just been an early NT thing he
So
did. But
he used to do the 2 a lot. Like there are a bunch of Brad K2 stickers.
that's what I have.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen any Brad K6s yet since the door number swap. I'm sure they're
Okay.
out there. I'm sure there are some, but I personally have not seen any. So, but yeah, obviously, door number SIG always, always a bonus. We love to see those because not everybody does it all the time. I'm going to switch gears, and I'm going to go Formula One. And the next,
Oh, Jordan, we made a grave mistake. I just realized.
what,
I just want to clarify this.
what?
I just realized I forgot to put the photo of Petty in, so Petty's gonna be in part 2. We don't get a Petty in the part
Oh,
1.
that's okay. That's all right. We have to tune in for part 2 to see
It
Richard
gives us
Petty.
an excuse to do another one. It gives us an
Exactly.
excuse.
And realistically, Petty, there's a lot to unpack in that autograph. There's a long history and a lot
100%.
of stuff. That honestly, we could talk. I could probably talk about his auto for about 20 minutes. So that might just
Okay,
be an
perfect.
episode on its own. Honestly, the Richard
I wouldn't
Petty
be.
saga.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, write that down. That's a good
Yeah.
idea. I like it. But I'm going to
Yeah.
go Formula One for a moment, and we're going to go with the 7-time champion, Lewis Hamilton. And I love Lewis's auto, and I understand why all the Topps Chrome cards are sticker. I get it. They're obviously super short printed, and it's driver access is not nearly as easy and time-wise to get these guys to sign. So the only product that they sign on card is Dynasty, which is awesome. So this is my take. Even on a sticker, it's a sick auto. Signs nice, consistent big L with the swoop and a nice straight line at the bottom. I have him at an A. He is an A tier auto for me. The only thing I wish is it was a tiny bit bigger, like use a little more room on the card, like my Dynasty glove patch auto that I pulled for Jim. That one is on card and it looks better bigger. So on the sticker, I know nobody wants to go off the edge, but maximize a little bit better if you could. There, Lewis, because I'm sure you're listening to this while you're waiting to go qualify. But I have Lewis at an A. It's all of his autos are consistent. Very rarely is there a swoop issue, and he seems to take his time and really make sure they are good on the sticker autos, and really just take care of the collector. So I have Lewis at an A.
We are gonna disagree here, Jordan. I have been in the F1 group for years. Lewis has maybe the most inconsistent auto on the swoop, his top swoop I've ever seen. There's so many 2020. I don't know I think it's gotten better, but 2020 is notorious for the top of his kind of like the swoop at the top to be streaky or just missing parts of it in general. That's big on his NT stuff. Or sorry, not NT, his Dynasty stuff.
Well, to be fair,
2020 Dynasties
I
is
don't really look at a
notorious
lot of
for that.
2020 NT Dynasty. That I will say I'm not too familiar with, so I didn't know that.
That's why I wanted to throw that out there. So like he's better. Like on the stickers, he's fine.
So we can agree
But
his sticker
NT
autos are great. He does a good job on those.
I mean, he does what he can. His autos are so vertical that it's hard to like do on the sticker. This Lewis is hard for me because like when his auto looks really really nice, I could put him in A. Like I'm fine with putting him in A tier.
Right.
But like his auto just doesn't present well on the stickers. It's too smushed and like. So like I'm fine putting that low A.
Well, when it does,
No, that's the thing. Like when it
right?
does present, I think it's A, no question. But like he just had some issues with it presenting. So like I'm fine with A. Like it's probably a very low A for me to high B.
Yeah, I think he's A, mid pack A, somewhere in there. By the time we're done, he'll be in the mid pack of A. That is.
Like I said, I'm a little lower, but I'm fine putting him in A for now. That's fine.
All right, perfect. So we'll slap old Lewis up there. Who's next?
Sorry, I'm just moving my list. We put Brad in D tier, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it updated on my screen so I know where we're going. Let's hit one of the girls. Let's go Tony B.
Tony B, bottom left. Go ahead, shoot.
I like the Tony B. It's weird because like it's very readable, but at the same time it lacks character for me. I don't even need to spend that much time on Tony, to be honest. We have so many guys. I think I'm gonna just speed it up a little bit for him. I'm fine with a C or a B, to be honest. I can't put this in A. I don't think. I like it, but
I had it in an A.
I like it.
I mean, here's the thing.
I like it, but like
it's
I just can't. There's so many other ones here that I can't like put it on the same level as.
Here's why I have it at an A. All right, hear me out. Her last name is long with vowels. Okay, so to sign her full name, not gonna happen on a sticker, and it would look just garbage.
Trust me, I gotta
You
I
know,
got a long last name. I
right,
cut it short.
right. You know, so
Yeah.
she has clearly been in product, since 2022. Donruss was her first release. Since then, we've had Chronicles, we've had NT, we've had 23 Donruss, 23 Chronicles coming out. I'm sure she's in that. Probably going to be in Prime. Um, the amount of consistency she has in her auto is tremendous, and I have never seen one off a sticker. Her dual autos with Haley out of National Treasures all have been perfect. Even the one I got, absolutely flawless. They both signed it perfectly. But I can't. I really. I mean, for me, it's got to be in an A. New driver, young driver, right? Clean auto, doesn't get fancy with it. Pronounce T, pronounce B. You know who it is. Like if somebody just showed me the auto, I would know whose it is, even though she's only been signing for a year. So I would have it either mid pack A or it would have to be first B. It would have to be first B or mid pack A. That's where I'd have to put it because it is a clean auto, and there's no fudging, there's no fidgeting, there's no inaccuracy. It's just clean auto, even on sticker and on the on card stuff.
It's a clean auto. I'm just like the way these lists are built, B tier should be the most, and it's like there's just so many autos that I like more than Tony B's. So like you can you can put it in A. Like I'll give you a pass for
I'm
this
gonna
one if you like cut me some slack on
I'm
one
gonna
later.
yeah, I'm gonna
Like
put it in A because we can always change as we start adding more down the sides down in the actual tiers. We can move things around. So I'm gonna place her at A. And again, for me, like we said earlier, I'm big on consistency, fluency, the time taken, the pride of being in the hobby. It's all there. It's all there for me. And even on this year's Donruss stickers, again, consistent and clean with really no variations or issues. So we'll start her in A. We'll see how she fares out, but I think she'll do pretty well on that tier. Maybe she'll end up in the high Bs, but that's where we'll start. That's where we'll start. I agree. We'll go from there. Did you pick her or did I pick
um
her? You picked her.
I picked her.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with an NT auto that we have here, and this is Jaws, Mr. Daryl Waltrip. Um, Not the most popular, I would say, in the hobby. I think he's severely underrated. He does have some awesome dual autograph cards over the years. Also, again, very underrated sets to go after. Most recently with Richard Petty and Dale Jr., which are extremely cool. So I had Daryl at a C tier just because he signs full name, which I like, but there's always streakiness to it. Sometimes he'll sign Jaws or an inscription, and when he does, those actually look better than his regular autos. Like he actually took a little extra time to do it. But I have Waltrip in a C tier.
Um I like him in B a little more. Um I don't know. It's really hard for guys who sign their full name like that for me to put them in C tier because they so clearly are like putting the effort in. Um, you can put them there for now. I might want to move them up, but like
I'll put him at the front of
it's
C tier, and then as we build B tier,
yeah, it's
we'll compare
fine.
it to the bottom of B and see who he could replace possibly, and we'll move as needed.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right. Fair. Fair. Fair.
All right.
I do give him props because even his sticker
All right.
autos are okay, but most every sticker auto is
Yeah,
the L's, the P, the D, the W, the L. I mean, they're just usually off the sticker or off the card.
hmm
But yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree. All right, who's next?
Next, I don't know if I want to take any argument from you. I'm putting old Jimmy Johnson in S tier and new Jimmy Johnson in C tier.
Sorry, you cut out on me. Which
Old
Jimmy?
old Jimmy Johnson's going in S tier. He's one of my very few S tier autos. Old
Okay.
Jimmy,
Where's
and
the
then
old?
the
Where's
new
old
Jimmy.
Jimmy? I don't see old. Oh,
It's
there's
gonna be
old
one of the
Jimmy.
old
There it
press
is. Got
pass.
it.
I don't.
Got it. Yep. All right, so old
Yeah.
Jimmy,
So
and I will do a comparison
I
for
want
you
him in
guys
S.
so you can see the big versions. And then you had the old Jimmy at. Would you
I
have
have
it?
the old Jimmy at
Or-
S tier.
And the
I have
new
him at S
Jimmy.
tier.
New Jimmy at what?
I
B?
have a C.
C. Okay.
C.
I rock with that. I rock with that. Um, I think we're probably pretty aligned. You know, the old Jimmy autos are J with the dots, and then Johnson swooping with a pronounced H and a squiggle. So it's more of a full name autograph, like full. Versus nowadays we get a J that kind of looks like a zero, and then a J that's upside down with a little tail. So definitely changed his auto, but with the amount he's been signing, you get up there in age, you start running Le Mans, you know, it is what it is. You don't got as much time to sign. So I like those placements. I have no issues with either of those. I had the old Jimmy at an S anyway, so that is perfect. Yeah, I agree.
Go for someone.
So I'm gonna keep it in the older-ish. Well, no, I'm not older-ish realm, but I'm gonna go from. I'm just gonna go right in the middle of the stack, and I'm gonna go with Casey Mears.
Okay.
Casey Mears obviously is not signing any longer. Last big signature set, I want to say, I think he had some 2020 NT stuff. Maybe he had booklets or some race gear I can't really remember. But most of his stuff was like 2016 certified, 16 torque, 17 torque, select, and 2018 certified. I think 2018 was kind of the cutoff. He might have had some like early 19 stuff. I don't really remember. But his auto is kind of cool. It's just a big C swooping into the last name. Looks good on a sticker. And he's always got the Geico suit usually. So I had Casey Mears in a C tier. Could have probably gone B with it, but just it lacks the pizzazz or the wow factor to move it up one. But I have Casey Mears in a C, and it's just because it's a normal name auto, but it is clean, it's consistent. Even his on-card stuff versus sticker always looks good. But that's where I've got Casey at.
C tier is fine. I don't have much to add to it.
Beautiful. Next.
Let's go to William Byron.
William Byron. Old 7-win Willie.
I like William Byron's. I think it's good enough. I think it's like, I'm gonna be honest, I think William Byron is the perfect B tier. Tell me I'm wrong, but I think William Byron sets the tone in B tier very well.
I do like his rookie.
Or are you thinking higher or lower?
I'm a bit lower. I was between C and B.
I'm fine. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm fine if you want to go C.
Hear me out though.
But like,
the
I think
reason
he's
I
in the B
can't,
to C range.
but the reason I can't decide because I really like his 2017 Torque trackside on-card auto with the Junior Motorsports authentication sticker. Full William, full Byron. You know, very clean, easy to read. And then he switched to kind of a more compact, like Will B, or Willie B, or WLYBN type deal. But it is still clean and consistent from when he changed, probably in like 2019-ish, I think is when he kind of moved over to that. So I will put him in B, strictly because he's very consistent. And again, even his on-card stuff, compared to sticker, is consistent, and I do like it. So we'll put Willie in a B. He's a classic B, and I'm going to put him at the front of the B tier, ahead of Galding and Lammy Lymph, a.k.a. Sammy Smith.
Give me someone.
Let's go Smoke Show, Tony Stewart. An aggressive autograph, very aggressive, a lot happening with it.
Yeah, okay. Smoke's auto reminds me of Redix for some reason. Whenever I see him, they always give me similar vibes.
Yeah, it's how many swoops and loops can I put on a card?
100%.
But I'll tell you, props to Tony. The guy keeps it on a sticker,
I like it.
and he keeps it on the card. I don't know how. Tony, obviously I know you're listening, so let us know in the comments. I don't know how you do it, man. It's impressive. Shout out to Judy, #1 smoke collector in the world. She's probably got billions and billions of these autos stacked up. But even back to the early press pass days, he hasn't changed his auto. It has been a nice
No.
swooping T into the S and then to the end. But you see it and you know it's Tony Stewart. I have him as a solid A or B, open to either. If he goes B, he's obviously at the top for me. If he goes A, probably somewhere in the mid to backpack, because he does have some streaking. There are some streaks. When you sign that much and that fast, you tend to have some pen lift here and there. But I don't fault him that much because he gives you a nice full auto. And when you pull it, especially in NT, you pull that card up, you don't even have to, you just know it's Tony Stewart, which I think makes an autograph a little bit better. So what are you feeling?
I think he's a tier above William Byron for sure. So I have him in A.
Perfect. I'm going to put him in A. And I'm actually going to put him next to, I'm going to put him in second place on the A tier, and then we'll consolidate that list as we move. So we're making progress. We're smoothing here. So
I'm trying to.
no, this is good. This is really good. I'm gonna go old school. A legend in racing. A legend in all racing, really. I mean, if you don't know this name, I don't know what you've been doing. Mr. Mario Andretti. Mario Andretti. This for me personally is minimum A. There could be argument for S from some people. I have him at a perfect A, like a 99 out of 100, A plus. It is one of the coolest autographs I've ever pulled. They're not worth thousands or millions of dollars, but it is very cool. Straight line across. It's almost like he signs on a ruler every time. It's a very old school type of signature for me. Reminds me of my grandpa's signature, the way he used to sign his name. And it almost looks like a piece of art. So I have Mario at A, at the top of A, probably number one A tier auto for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I get the understanding of like maybe S. Like I don't know. Maybe you feel the same. I think there's just something there that like doesn't quite give me S tier. So A, I'm fine. I'm happy with A for Mario Andretti.
Yeah, A, top of A. The only thing that would really put it in S for me is if he had some more like NT autos with on card stuff with where you can really see the full signature. I think like 99% of his stuff has always been on a sticker. The image we're using, this is from 2017 Donruss, which is sticker. But it's just such a clean, classic. I mean, I look at it and I just think, just Italian, awesome, fast, just legend. You know who it is, and you pull it, you get excited. So I've got it at A plus all day. Not quite S. Sorry, Mario. But I would put him at a solid A. So I think that's a good spot for him.
Cool. I'm gonna go with one of the ones I very much dislike.
Okay, I'm all ears.
So we can just get a D tier. I want to put Liam Lawson in D tier.
Liam Lawson. Ooh.
Here's the thing, Jordan. If we're gonna be honest here, Jordan. I'm gonna be honest. Like half of the F1 autos, I could just throw right in D tier. If we're gonna be honest, like the F1 autos do nothing for me.
You're
supposed to like
wrong.
So like this is no different. Like I just can't. Like I would much like.
I'm not gonna disagree.
I know Casey Mears is meh.
I'm not gonna disagree.
Like I think Casey Mears is meh, but it's a better auto.
No, Casey Mears reads as Casey Mears. Liam Lawson reads as, So yeah, Liam, I think you could do a little better. It's your signature. You do what you want. But yeah, no, I put him on there strictly because it's an oddball auto. I would like to do a strict F1 of these one day, but we did throw a few in here just to give you guys a little, for future stuff to come. But yeah, I agree. D tier, Liam, great driver, cool dude, great on social media, but autograph definitely needs improvement. Since we're on F1, I'm gonna stick with Chuck, old Charles Leclerc, Ferrari driver. I have him at a B. I have Charles in a B.
Yeah, he's one of the better ones.
Yeah, he's one of the good ones. I know I put Lewis at A, and there's obviously some stuff to talk about there. Lewis will probably end up moving down to B as we move on. But Charles is a strong B. I'm going to put him above. I'm going to put him next to Willie B, actually, and between Galding.
I'm cool with that.
He's got a sick auto. It looks really cool. But if you didn't know it was Charles Leclerc, you wouldn't know it's Charles Leclerc.
Yeah.
But definitely, he does do a good job on the sticker. So shout out to Charles. Very impressed with your full auto. He did sign some stuff for Leaf recently. What was the name of that
Oh.
product? They had it at the National.
Oh, is that? Oh,
Resilience or
Is that
something,
like the
or
one?
he had a
Yeah, I
dual
know what
auto
you're
with
talking about.
Checo, and then I think with Yuki, and then he had a solo auto. And even on those tiny Leaf stickers, it looked pretty damn good. So Charles solid B all day long, high B. Um,
Yeah.
cool. What you want to do next? Which one? We only got a few left.
Yeah, it's weird because some of these we put on multiple times.
That's okay. We don't have
Throwing
to.
me
Yeah,
off.
it's all right.
Um, I want to. Okay, this auto has been staring at me the whole time, and it's throwing me off, and I don't know what to do with it. I want to talk about Elliott Sadler here.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, okay, Jordan. If we're gonna be honest, the one you have shown here might be my favorite auto we have on the list. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
It's a cool one,
But the
isn't it?
problem is I know dude, I'm gonna be honest. That one I'd put in S. But the problem is he has other autos that are
They're
garbage.
poo poo.
Like his ones from Prism. Like his ones from Prism. I think you know what I'm talking about. The
Yep.
ones from Prism, like it's
Hmm.
just like an E and like a squiggle.
Yep.
So like, are we going strictly the one on the photo, or am I
Nope.
gonna consolidate
It's
all of
it's
those for
all
him?
the knowledge we have on these autos. So I am in the same boat. This particular auto is one of my favorites. Um,
Dude, if we're talking just this auto, I'd put it in S tier. Like
right.
this auto's sick.
But the problem is a lot of his torque autos had smudge and draw issues, um, or streak and draw issues. Some of his sticker autos definitely go off the sticker. But the older the Sadler auto is, the cooler and better it is. So I have him in a C tier. That's you put him next to Casey
Because the one I
Mears.
have,
What's that?
the 2016 the 2016 Prism auto I has looks literally nothing like this.
Correct. So I don't think he likes stickers, which is fine. He has a nice big swooping auto. Deserves to be on card. Shout out Richard Petty. You do a great job with the stickers. Should be on card all the time. But that's for another episode. So I put him on C tier, and I'm actually going to put him. I'm going to put him at the front of the C tier, because all of his on card stuff, and especially like I said, the older you go for Sadler, the cooler the auto is. Um,
I'm about to go find an old Sadler auto.
the one I took is actually for sale. It's on eBay right now. I think it was like $4.99. I'll send you the link.
Seamless. I'll find it after this.
Yeah.
The link. I'm
Yeah,
finding
there
it
you go.
after
Done.
this.
See, perfect. Sweet. So I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it on the legend side. Junior Johnson, R.I.P. One of my favorite legend autos. Unfortunately, he passed before he could sign his 2018 Prime Redemptions. So this is a photo out of 2016 Torque. He also had 2017 Torque, which was on card. A lot of his on card came from 2017 Torque, one of the last sets he was in, and was live. It is live in the boxes and packs. We actually just pulled one to 49 last week for Andy. So that one, Junior, I've got in the, believe it or not, I have Junior Johnson in a B tier because even at his older age, it was still as consistent as it was on some of his older autographs and some of his cut autos that they used from back in the day. It is consistent, clean. You know it's Junior Johnson on the sticker or on card, and the man just always took his time to sign. So I can't really put him any lower than that.
I'm so happy you said B. I thought you were gonna put him in A, and I didn't want to be the bad guy to move the dead guy down. So
No, definitely
B's
no.
fine. B's cool.
Yeah, no worries. If I would have said A and you said B, I would have been all ears. But the only reason I have him in B is it is a smaller-ish auto, so it's not quite as quote desirable as a bigger swooping auto, but his consistency and penmanship is tremendous, and we love the guy for it. So cool. Moving on, the next one will be you tell me.
I'm gonna go to the one. I put a few of my kind of just fun names I wanted to mention. So I'll do the first one as John Andretti.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna be honest. Some of these aren't necessarily about the autos. I just wanted to have a segment to talk about them because they are guys from my childhood that don't get talked about. So John Andretti won Martinsville. I don't know if he literally won a race after he won like 1999 Martinsville, but I just have memories of him in the Petty car, and I wanted to give a shout out to John Andretti. He recently passed away a few years ago, so that's why I wanted to give him a shout out for just being a good guy. So can't get his auto anymore. I think he's a C tier auto. I don't think it's anything higher than that. I just wanted to give John Andretti a shout
I
out.
would agree. And fun fact, John Andretti is the first diecast I ever owned by accident.
That's awesome.
I won it in a silent auction at a Laps for MS charity event when I was in 5th grade. My mom asked me to go bid on this on an item, but the sheets I didn't realize like the sheets were in front of stuff, but stuff was like tiered, like there was stuff on the table, and then they had like a little shelf for
Yeah.
more stuff. So I didn't know. I didn't know you had to like look at the number of the item and match it up to the sheet. So I bid like $55 or something on this die cast. It was as a or not silent auction, but it was a silent auction. Yeah, I just bid, and then the thing I was supposed to bid was like 3 sheets down, and I didn't put a bid on that. So at the end, they're reading out the winners, and like John Andretti, it was the Cheerios car. I
Yep.
still have it. It's here actually, but that was by
That's awesome.
chance. We won it for the opening bid, and nobody else bid against me because my bid was so great, and she did not get her gift basket. So sorry, mom. Is what it is. Did my best, but yeah, fun fact there. So I would agree. Yeah, we'll pop him in C. I'm gonna put him in the higher end of C because it is a nice clean auto. Um, but yeah, I'll put him in mid pack C all day long, all day long. I like it.
Sweet.
Next one, since we're talking about older autos, we're gonna go to the man, the one that everybody chases and everybody's after, and very few are lucky enough to have in their collection, Dale Senior. And there are tons and tons of great chases out there for some of his pack pulled autos, all the way from obviously 1992 tracks with the dual auto with Richard Petty, all the way up to his gold ink auto out of 2000 press pass. So there are, and of course the sign of the times. That's obviously another one. But we could mention a whole list of them. But I have Dale Senior. He is S tier. You can fight me all day long if you want to. The man had one of the most.
I'm not gonna fight. Why would I fight you
can't
on
fight.
that?
You can't
That's I
fight.
think the
Yeah,
most obvious
there's
one.
no fighting.
Most obvious one.
Dale goes to the front of the S tier in front of Jimmy. If it lets me, there we go. The man signed so many sets, so many ways, and you always knew it was correct. And he signed so consistently on his pack pulled autos that today, obviously since he's passed many, many years ago, it is much easier to weed out the fakes and the garbage that people are trying to pass off as his autograph. So the more consistent drivers are like he was, and Dale Earnhardt is not an easy name to sign on a small trading card, but he killed it. And the loop, swoop, and pull, just an elegant auto, and you can always tell that Dale always took the time to sign. And I'm sure some people would think, he wouldn't be the guy to do it, but he always took pride in signing stuff from what I was told. Even at the track, if he was signing a hat, he would stop, sign, keep walking. Stop, sign, keep walking. It wasn't a rush thing like today. The track, everybody's moving and grooving. It's hard to get a good in-person auto. But definitely one of my favorites, and just an iconic, well done auto with great penmanship. So clearly S tier, the man, the legend, the number 3. Yes. So moving on. Who do you want to do next?
Let's do Ricky Rudd.
Ricky Rudd. Okay. Got him. Where are you putting him?
I want to give a shout out to you for throwing him in the Woodcraft car for the
like
auto, because that's how I remember him. It's funny. I remember him from the Robert Yates car and this car, which is not what he's usually known for.
Nope.
But it's funny that he's on this for. It's funny because that's just what I watch. So I think Ricky. I'm gonna be honest. I think Ricky. Like, I don't think he's D tier. Like, it's weird. I like it. Like, it's one of those, like, it doesn't seem that good, but it kind of like fits for it. I don't know why.
The
like,
man never changed.
It looks kind of all over.
The man never
Yeah, like, it
changed
looks
his
all over
auto.
the place.
Yeah, but it's
It
him.
looks all over the place, but it kind of works. You
I
know
know.
it's him. So it's
Yeah.
like,
This
one's really hard for me.
I wanted to put him next to Elliott Sadler. That's where I wanted to put him. Top of C tier.
I was gonna
That's where he's got to go.
I was gonna say I think I think I wasn't gonna argue him D tier. I was gonna say like I don't think I can put it above the Elliott Sadler,
No,
but like
we're right
yeah,
there.
it's just Ricky Rudd's auto. Yeah,
Yeah, and the thing is, even he had a signature on the '92 track set, and I have that,
yeah,
and it looks the same. I mean, the dude never changed, and his R's, the Ricky and the Rudd, the R's are just standout. And sometimes I did see one
yeah.
auto he signed 2 capital double D's at the end for Rudd, but most of the time it was just lowercase everything with the capital R's. So it was just a very, the first vertical line of the R always used to stand off, and then the R's just kind of flew, and then you got the rest of the auto. So one of my favorite autos out there. One of my favorites out there. And I'm going to follow that up with Ricky Craven, another cool auto. I think severely underrated.
Yep.
He's in the Tide suit here. This I pulled out of, this is from 2017 Torque. So this is auto number to 25. Not that that matters, but I believe this was a sticker auto for him this year, if I remember correctly.
I believe it was.
Let me just
yeah.
scroll up real quick to confirm so I don't put my foot in my mouth.
I think it was a sticker.
Yeah, he was sticker in 2017 Torque, but just the R and the C, the way he swooped the letters and then does the small Ricky and small, or the small Icky and the small Raven, and then has a nice big like RC insignia over the top. It just flows for me. It's just sick. I love his auto.
It's a B tier for him.
Yeah, that's where I had Ricky as well, and I'm going to put him right next to Junior Johnson. Right there. Beautiful. I'm glad we agreed on that one. He's got such a sick auto. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. All right, what's your next pick?
All right, I'm gonna move some more just garbage. Get out of the way. You can
Sure.
put Ty Gibbs, any form of Ty Gibbs in D tier. I'm trying to just flush some of this garbage just down the drain to get some of these over with.
Yeah, Ty, listen, buddy. Listen.
You can have Glorilla, but work on the auto.
Yeah, okay. Here's the deal.
Nobody's gonna get that reference. That's the best part.
As the Rookie of the Year for this year, 2023 Cup, and your 2022 Xfinity champion.
You sure it's not Graxon?
Driving for... No, it's definitely not going to be. No, I don't think he has enough votes, unfortunately, to pull that
Might
off.
be Hocevar before Graxon.
Well, yeah. Yeah, if
Anyway,
anything,
sorry.
yeah. No,
Continue.
you're right. Ty. I know your name's short, but there's really no reason to shorten it even further, to be honest. This auto, I'm going to put up probably a few autos here in the video when I go to edit this. It pains me. Your 2020 Chronicles rookie autos, I'd say about 55% of them, pretty good. You made it your own, nice big swooping auto. It looks like you maybe took a little time to think about it. You definitely didn't switch Sharpies at all. Use the same Sharpie to sign every single one of those cards, which is, I get, and it's a lot of work to like put a pen down, pick it up. It's tough. It's hard out there. But come on, man. You're killing me. Just a line with a swoop, or a swoop with a swoop, or something that mashed up. It's like you're playing Candy Crush with your left hand and signing these stickers with the other hand. You're not even looking at what you're doing. It's unbelievable. So you could do better. I think you could do better. And I will say your Donruss 23 stickers, tiny bit better. A little bit of improvement. Very small, center of the sticker, didn't go off a lot. And we got it looks like a TD instead of a TG. But it is what it is. It's your auto. I can't tell you what to do. But maybe just like an extra half a second, try a little harder, wouldn't kill you, because some of the most valuable autos we have are of yours, and I think they'd actually be worth more, and you'd be a higher value in the hobby overall, and more people would actually collect your autos if you took a little time to do it. So come on, Ty. I don't think Grandpa would be very happy with your handwriting, to be honest. I don't want to have a conversation with Joe at Championship Weekend about this, so hopefully you can rectify this by then. That's all I have to say about that. But yeah, that is a solid bottom D tier auto for Mr. Gibbs. Yeah, good job cleaning that one out of the gutter. Now I'm going to go to one of my favorites, and this is not because this is a PC driver. This driver is actually a PC driver strictly because of this autograph. It is 100% based on, in my opinion, one of the best autographs in motorsports. And I know that is going to be a hot take, but it is Danica Patrick. And I have her in the A tier.
Oh, dude. I thought you were talking about someone else on this list, and I was like, Jordan, don't you dare do it. Oh,
no.
thank God it's Danica. Okay.
Danica is an A tier
cool
all day. I'm going to put her right next to Bubba and Tony. Okay.
Oh, dude, she's S tier for me.
S tier for Dan. Okay. I mean, I had her at a high A, low S, but I was leaning more towards A because she does naturally, if she does a great job with it's an iconic auto, yes. And for me, I actually started collecting her stuff because one of the very first boxes of Donruss I opened, I got 3 of her autos in it and a gold optic, non-auto. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's start a Danica PC. I love the auto. Always have. I had a bunch of them already. I was like, this is a sign to start collecting even more. And it's just, because you think, again, you go back to motorsports, right? Bubba, Dale, Danica. It's a name. It's one name, right? And you know who it is. Danica who? What are you talking about? Who's Danica? It's Danica Patrick. You know who it is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And the fact that she chose to just make her auto a clean Danica with a capital D and a big A at the end is awesome. It's a beautiful swoop. It is clean. It's straight across. Again, it almost looks like she signs on a ruler. It's a perfect auto.
Yep.
And the only reason I had it, I'm actually going to move it to the top of A. I could put it in S, and I may change it later, to be honest. I've been floating back and forth. I've actually been thinking about it all week. But I do have, out of my about probably 150 or so autos of hers, I'd probably say about 15 to 20% of them do have pen lifts. Or the ink has run out. Like you can clearly see like the ink was struggling. Or the A swoop didn't happen, or there is no A, or half the D is missing. It's just a thing, which, you know what? It is what it is. And she does sign a crap load. She signs a ton. So shout out Danica. Thank you for continuing to sign. We definitely appreciate it. Your autos on the 75th anniversary cards from Donruss look awesome. She signed very clean and centered on those. Actually, everybody really signed those great. So I'm going to put her at the top of A for now. We may need to make a change at the end of this list. We'll see. But for now, I think top of A is probably the right place to put her. But it is an iconic auto, whether you love her or hate her. Regardless of anything else, it is a clean auto that is distinct and accurate with great penmanship every time. So you can find me in the comments later if you want to. I'll be down there. We'll chat about it. Back to you, sir. Who's next?
I'm debating throwing some more. I don't want to do some more garbage. I'll do one I actually like. I'm gonna go Mick Schumacher.
Mick, okay, I like Mix. I think Mix is great. Where it is?
I like Mick so much more because he clearly took homage from his dad. That's why I love it so much.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, I agree.
So I'm putting it in A tier just because of it. Like it's a Schumacher family auto. You can tell it runs in the family the same style. I have to put it in A tier.
Yep. Without a doubt.
One of my favorites for F1.
Without a doubt. And Mick will be back in the seat someday. When, we don't know. With who knows. But I think we will see him on the track again before he gets too older or becomes much older. I think he'll be back. So I agree. That's a great placement. I'm glad you said that. But it's a very clean Schumacher family auto. Very good. Very good indeed. I'm gonna go back to. Let's go back to another rookie auto from this last year in NASCAR, Nick Sanchez. Not sure what to make of it. Every time we do a break and we pull a Sanchez auto, there's always a lot of, oh my God, the effort, blah, blah, blah. I get it. Nick is consistent, though. It's always been an NS. It's been very small, doesn't really use up a lot of the card. I have him actually in a C tier. It's not a bad auto, okay? It's a well thought out initial auto. He hasn't changed it. It's been consistent. There aren't any scrappy looking ones. But on a book, you get a nice, like a 1-of-1 booklet, and it's just boom. It's like font size 6 on this booklet auto. It's kind of poo poo. But I would put him at probably mid C tier, lower C tier, probably around New Jimmy, somewhere between Santino and New Jimmy auto. Obviously great driver. He's had a great season, except for all the truck mishaps with the 13 truck. I'll talk to him about that at the track this fall. But yeah, I'd put him in a C tier. I'm open to your suggestions and input, but I think somewhere mid to low C is probably where he would fall for me.
Oh, Jordan, Jordan, Jordan. You are setting me up for prime for my one veto. Just throw him just straight into DT. Oh
Okay.
my God,
Are you? Is this
Jordan.
your veto?
Um, no, it's not. I'm saving it for the
Yeah,
end
save it
after
for
the
the
whole
end.
list is
You
done.
should
But
save it for the end because I got
he,
some zoomers coming.
I, he. Oh
We have to.
God, I think it
It
has.
can't just be
It's a
D
D
tier
tier
because
for
it's
me.
boring. It can't be D just based on the boring
It's
factor.
not. It's not. It's not because first of all, like my thing, like if I have any chance of copying your signature, I think it's a garbage auto.
That's a good
If I
reason.
have
I
any
guess
chance,
that is a good reason. Okay, fair enough. No, fair enough.
and it's not,
That's
and that's more of a slight like to me because I like am not the best. Like my signature is very generic, but it's my generic signature still like has more pizzazz than his does.
okay. I can
So
respect that.
he's one I want to bring up later. I don't
Let's
want
just
to
put him at
keep
top of
too
D tier.
long.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that type of thing. So that would drop him to a D for me. That would. That puts him at the top of the D tier though, because it is still clean. He signs it well. He does sign his
Yeah, he's
cards.
top of D tier for sure.
You know, it's. I do have a cool in-person signature from him that actually is like a little bit of a more full name, but it's not a pack pulled auto. So okay, we'll put him at top of D. That's fair. That's fine. We'll leave him right there. Um, I will do. Or no, it's your pick. Go ahead. Your pick.
I'm gonna do. No, I can't say that, but I want to put Brittany Zamora in A tier.
Okay. Why?
I'm open to putting her in B tier, but I know you're not gonna like it. Between Zamora's and Tony B's, I like Zamora's more.
That's all
I
right. I'm
really
all
do.
ears. Let's hear it.
I like. There's some like I don't know. The B and the Z are so clean on the Brittany Zamora cards that I'm like, oh, yep, that's Brittany Zamora right there. Like, it's such a like an iconic like initials that I know who it is, and I think it generally presents well. Like I said, I could maybe be talked into B, but like I said, I like hers more than I like Tony's. So I think because I like hers more than Tony, I have to put it in A tier.
Nope. I had her in A tier as well. So that makes sense. That makes sense. Same reason. It's just it's always the capital B with the cursive Z and the two squiggles. But again, it's Brittany Zamora. It's just it works for the signature, and she's been consistent since she's been in product, even back to 2020 Chronicles on card stuff with her rookie autos. Um, and it's those for me are some of the better ones because she had a little bit more room to work, and her NT stuff is nice and clean. And she had a dual autograph with Natalie Decker. Both of those came out clean. So yeah, I agree. A tier all day, 100%. That makes sense. Nice swooping, clean auto. Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna go to one of the goats that I have on the list, and it's gonna be Brad Smith. Now, Brad Smith is an absolute legend. This man asked to be in a set 2020 Chronicles. He did not hesitate to pick those Sharpies up and go to town. He did not even hesitate for a moment. He said, send me the cards. I'm signing. Used all the ink and all the pens, and it is so clear that it's his signature. I have to put him in B tier because B for Brad, and it's awesome. It's just great. He always signs at the 45. He puts his number on them. It's so chaotic, and you can see the excitement of signing the cards. It just makes me happy every time we pull one. Putting him in B.
Nothing else to say. Cool.
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 All right. I'm going to put him ahead of Gray Galding, actually. That's how awesome I think he is. Next.
Time for me to put some more garbage in D tier. Which one do I want to put, though? I'm putting Eric Almirola in D tier.
Eric Almirola. Where is he?
I have to put him in D tier. I really do.
There he is. You know what? I agree. I'm going to put him above a Sanchez. There's not much to this auto except 4 swoops, 4 loop-de-loops. Not much to write home about. As much as he's in 2020 NT, I thought there'd be more to it, but that's just how he signs. Just is what it is. He does keep it on the sticker. Yep. I'll give him that, but it is a relatively unexciting pull, typically. It is just a basic auto. Now, I'm going to throw some garbage in with Cole Custer. That's another D-tier auto for me.
Oh, good. I didn't want to waste mine on that. Thank you.
No, he's going in the middle of the D-tier pack. Sorry, Cole, but just one big C and then another C sometimes, or sometimes we don't even get the rest of the auto. It's kind of like you're pulling a tie, with the Candy Crush. You might be playing something else, like maybe Flappy Bird or whatever, and signing with the other hand, but it's just not good. Streaky, pen lifts, could be better, man. Definitely could be better. We're not going to waste much time on that one. Who's next?
I'm gonna do one of my fan favorite guys I added.
Sure.
I'll do Johnny Benson next.
Johnny Benson.
I've been telling Jordan I wanted to talk about this guy the whole time because
I
love me some Johnny Benson.
Where's his?
He's right next to Dale. He's in between the Dales.
Sorry, I looked right past him. Got him.
I love Johnny Benson. I don't know. He's just one of those. He's one of those guys. Everybody has him. One of those guys who like wasn't that good, but you just kind of gravitated toward him. He was a likable guy. I remember him really well from those 10 Valvoline days. He got the win at Rockingham in 2002. So yeah, shout out Johnny Benson. He just raced an SRX this year, and I was rooting for him in that race. He didn't do very well.
I love SRX.
But I love SRX. I love Johnny Benson. Just such a nice guy. I love nice guys, and he is a
How much do you love his auto?
Nice guy.
How much do you love the auto, though? That's the real question.
Out of my three kind of guys that I kind of wanted to throw a talk about, I think he's the best one out of the three of them.
So where are you putting him?
Here's the thing, like, based on just the penmanship alone, I think it's A tier. But I will say, like, I can't put him on A tier. I think it has to be B tier. But like, he is a great auto.
It is a clean auto.
I think it is. I think it's B tier. It can't be. It's
we'll
not
give
on the
him
same
B.
level as
We'll put him
A
next to
tier.
Brad Smith. We'll put him next to Brad.
Yeah, I really want to just because I love Johnny Benson, but like, I can't put him on A tier. But shout out to Johnny Benson.
He's definitely not A tier, but I would say B. It's just a nice, clean-looking auto, and Johnny Benson is just an auto you want to have. It just sounds like it's like Brad Smith. You just want to have that auto. It's just good.
I got another one of those later on.
Let's just hit it.
You
Let's
probably
do that one too. Hit it. Which one?
Do you know who it is?
No,
you know who it is?
I have no clue. I want to know right now.
Who's next to Tinkle? Tell me who's next to Tinkle. Tell me who that is.
I have
down there.
Dale Jr. and Bowman, and I can't tell who that is on my screen.
That's Jerry Nadeau. Put him on the list, please.
Okay, where's Jerry going?
Oh my God, Jordan! I've been not saving this name just because I wanted your raw reaction. That we're talking about Jerry fucking Nadeau on the podcast. Shout out to this guy for winning at Atlanta, and then the next year running out of gas on the final lap and losing to Labonte.
This was not on my bingo card for October, but here we are, Johnny.
I know it was not.
Where's he going?
I think it's a C tier auto. I just wanted to get your reaction to Jerry Nadeau.
He goes in C tier at the end. That's fine. Wow. Okay.
I still feel sad for you, Nadeau, for getting hurt and never being able to come back to the sport after your wreck at Richmond. I still feel sorry for you. But shout out to Nadeau. You got to drive for
Jerry, congratulations. Here is John Hendrick. John Hendrick comes in to give him a big congratulations. Win number one, hopefully many to come.
I can't believe it.
Thank you, Tony Furr, the crew chief, come up to give him a big hug. We've got him all day. Jerry?
I'm excited. These guys are the best in the world.
Rick Hendrick trusted him enough to give him the Hendrick car. I also want to say, Jordan, I don't know if you ever played NASCAR Thunder 2003.
Hell yeah. I had a GameCube.
Okay, for the love of God, this guy's godforsaken lightning challenge of you running out of gas on the last lap of Atlanta was a pain in my ass for years. And I just wanted to bring that up again because I have so many random memories of Jerry Nadeau and your damn lightning challenge from 03 Thunder of you running out of gas. Okay, the video of him talking with Labonte is iconic. I don't even know if you're allowed to put that video on.
If you find it, I'll put it in,
The
buddy.
video is fantastic.
Oh man.
Oh, I can find the video of them bantering. I have Thunder 03 saved on my other computer, so I can actually get the raw video in like whatever quality it came in.
Jerry.
But Jerry Nadeau. I know. I didn't want to say that name. I didn't say that name the whole time we were talking about this because I knew you would get a kick out of that name.
If there's anybody that should be on a tier list, it's Jerry Nadeau, and I'm glad he's on it. He's making the C tier look strong. Oh, buddy, that is good. Yeah, NASCAR 2003, buddy. Oh my God, I love that game. Whew. All right. Yeah, solid pick, bro. That is a solid pick.
I think next time you got to bring a few of these yourself for me.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna bring a few more next time. You got to bring a few more. Just like
Listen,
that tier.
if I have to dig
Now
into
that you know the tier I went for those guys.
whew, yeah, I can definitely pull some out of the bins. That is no problem. Well, I guess I don't know how to follow that up. Let's go. I guess the only person that can follow up is going to be your 3-time back-to-back Formula One world champion, Max Verstappen. And I love his autograph. It just screams Max. It looks good on pretty much anything, whether it's a pole position tire or a trading card or a helmet or a napkin from the paddock, whatever it is. He signs, and he signs well, and he signs consistent, and I like his auto. So I actually have him in the A tier low or high B tier because I do see a lot of his autos with streaks on Dynasty, and I do see a few of his sticker autos going off. So I'm open to your input, but that's where I have him currently.
I would like him. I was gonna be honest. I was in the same low A, high B. I think I'd like high B a little better.
How about this? Let's put Max in low A, and then let's drop Lewis down to mid B. I think now that we have a better
I think
sample
Max
group,
is better than Lewis. Yeah.
better sample group, and now that the A tier is filled out a little better, I can't keep Lewis up there. So we'll move Lewis to the B.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, beautiful. See how that works? This is how tier lists go. You know. Okay, your pick. We only have a handful left here, so we've got some absolute zingers.
I'm saving some of the ones that I know you want to talk about. I'm going to let you jump on them. So I have an idea of who I've kind of stayed away from.
There's only one.
I'll go Tyler Reddick.
There's only one on here I'm bringing up last, so you're good.
Okay, I'm gonna go Tyler Reddick.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say too much because I think he reminds me of Tony Stewart, and I'm gonna put him right next to Tony Stewart, to be honest.
Okay, I like that. I think he is an underrated driver, auto. He's just underrated in the hobby, period. But yeah, he's got a sick auto, and the man takes the time to sign. He clearly is a man of the hobby, and he is proud of his autograph, and it's a good extension of him, and his penmanship is tremendous. A lot of R's, a lot of, it's a lot of vowels, but he makes it work, and they look good on card or sticker. So shout out Tyler. We love your autograph. Definitely a solid A tier with smoke. I would agree. Let's just right in the middle. Dale Jr. I got to go with the man himself. He signs and signs and signs and doesn't stop and doesn't complain about it. I have Dale at the top of B tier for autograph. Dale Jr.
Dale Jr.? Ooh, I have him higher.
Okay. Well, here's my reasoning. I love his auto. It's iconic. He signs a crap ton. But for me, if I'm pulling a Dale Jr. number to 5 out of NT and half the D is missing and there's no final swoop at the end, it hurts. It hurts my soul. It kills me. I pulled the Dale Jr. Jeff Gordon auto to 5. It was perfect. Jeff Gordon's auto, perfect. Both of them were perfect on there for Judy. But then the next box, we pulled the Dale to 10, and it looked like alge. And it just hurt my soul. That was for Mr. Brenner. Sorry, Zach. We can't control what comes out of the box, but needless to say, we were not too happy with that. So it's just more of a. I think when he gets in the groove of signing, it just happens. You just have more pen lift with him. I don't think he does it on purpose, or it's not like a Ty Gibbs, Sammy Smith situation where he doesn't care. You can tell he cares, but sometimes there's just pen lift or pen drag, and that's why I have him at the top of B tier. I just couldn't put him in the A.
Okay.
No rebuttal. Just okay.
No, you can't.
Fair enough.
No, I mean, you have a lot of. I like I said, I go a lot based on vibes. If you have a lot of evidence to put him there, I'm not going to argue with it.
Fair enough.
Too much.
Fair enough.
Because I'm giving you that one because I have maybe my hottest take. Here,
let's hear it.
You see that Joey Logano one that's been sitting there in the front in a while?
Yep.
For a while. You can drag him all the way to the top of the board.
S tier for Logano.
Put him up there.
I agree.
But
he's in third place. I'm putting him behind Jimmy and Dale.
Yeah, I think he is. But like when I think of the current drivers with best signatures, I think it's Joey Logano. So like
I like
it's
new Logano
you can yes.
versus rookie Logano.
And that's I wanted to make that clarification.
Correct.
I like this one way better. And I like this one so much that I'm willing to look past the old one a bit to still keep this in S tier.
I have no issues with this. And the other thing, not that this was a parameter, but Joey, beautiful swoops on the J and the L. He did switch his auto up, like mid 2015, 14s, older press pass.
Yeah, mid-teens.
His 09 rookie stuff was very different.
It was still okay.
Even up through like 2012. It was a great auto, but I love this new one better. I would say his rookie auto is an A.
Yeah.
His new auto, his current auto is definitely an S. I actually was lucky. I did actually win one of his mini helmets last year, an autographed mini helmet, and it looks so sick on the visor. It's just a beautiful auto. So I was prepared to fight you on that, to move him from A to S, because I figured you had him in an A. So that makes me happy. We were actually in agreement that Logano is an S. So perfect. Beautiful. Good. I'm going to go with a more surprising one that may get a little heat for it, but it's Wild Bill from Dawsonville, the $1 Million Bill, Bill Elliott. And I have him at the bottom of B or high C tier is where I have Bill. Now, before everybody jumps on me, I love Bill. Love his autograph. But 6 out of 10 times, there's an issue with it. Either off card, severely off sticker, a lot of streaks, or half the B or the E from the Bill or the Elliott. The first letter is usually rough, or there's just no swoop at the end, or the autograph isn't complete. It just happens a lot. And again, he signs a ton too. Shout out, Bill. You're still signing. We appreciate you. You're definitely signing quicker than your son, even though I know he had plenty of time after X Games to probably get some signatures done for these redemptions that have been sitting for a year and a half. But Bill does sign, so props to him. It is always been consistent. It's been a beautiful autograph forever, but I just can't put it. I can't put it any higher because I have pulled so many. Even back in 2020 Prism, you've seen how much product of that I've opened. Very rarely have I pulled one where it's not off the auto. And I'm not talking like a smidge, just like half the B and like the last 3 letters of the name are just off the sticker. So I either have to put him at the front of C or somewhere at the bottom of B. That's just where I've got Bill Elliott. But I'm open to opinions.
I want him on the back of B. I'm fine with him being. I think he sits in B tier just because of those issues. Yeah. Back of B. Like if he has a nice clean auto, I think it's an A tier auto. But with all the issues, I think he's a back of B.
He could. Yeah. If he could obviously get there, it's just for me on the braking side, I've pulled way more that I'm like, that just a smidge, just a smidgen. It would have been perfect. So. Okay, I like that. All right, who you got left? So we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 10 left. That's it.
Yeah, I want to do Matt Kenseth.
Cool.
Next.
The Hall of Famer.
Yeah, this one really sucks. I really do like Matt Kenseth, but it gives me all the vibes of. It gives me all the vibes of Darrell Waltrip in C tier.
Yep, I have Kenseth at the mid-pack in C. Probably right between John and Darrell.
I have him, that's literally where I put him on my list. I know you can't see my list because I'm keeping it kind of just so I can keep track, but yeah. Exactly where I put him.
Yeah, and the reason for me is it's... I know who it is now that I've pulled him a ton, but it's not pronounced, and there are a lot of streaky Kenseth autos out there. Especially like older press pass stuff, definitely some streakiness, but definitely a good signer. So again, Matt, thank you for continuing to sign and providing some sick memorabilia for your patches. We definitely appreciate you. But unfortunately, you do fall in a C tier because you do tend to rush those autos sometimes. All right, I'm going to go to the next one. This one is another PC item of mine, Haley Deegan. I'm closing in on about a third shoebox now. I have all years of autos from her first 2018 Donruss certified all the way through waiting on redemptions from 2022 NT. And My personal favorite auto of hers is the first one. I have it in the A tier. It was her full name auto, the full name signature, where you can make out Haley and Deegan. Was the signature she pretty much used from 18, 19. Sorry, let me rephrase that. 18, 20. Some of 19 autos, the 19 Prism stuff again had issues. Everybody had problems because they used the wrong pens on the wrong shiny foil board cards, and there's a lot of runs. So at some point in that signing, she switched from the full name to the HD with a squiggle, which is fine. It's just it wasn't going to work. And the one full auto I have out of that is a red, white, and blue non-numbered, and it does have a smudge on it because it is what it is. Not her fault. So I have her full name auto at the bottom of the A tier, mid A tier pack, probably above Tony, around the Schumacher, Bubba, Tony B era. It's just consistent and good for those. And then she did switch to the HD with the big tail and a more swooping H more recently from like your 21 Chronicles and up. However, the dual auto with Tony B out of this year's NT is back to the original full auto. So I'm hoping that I think I have like 18, 2021, 2022 redemptions from National Treasures waiting to be fulfilled. Shout out Panini, hurry up. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'm hoping because she signed the dual autos with the full name that hopefully she'll sign the rest of the NT stuff with the full name. My fingers are crossed. I have no idea, but that's what I'm hoping for. So I have her old full name auto in the A, and I have the new auto in the C tier. What say you to my reasoning with that?
I think you hit it pretty well. I like Haley's old one. Her new one's not as nice, and I would have put them in the exact same tiers. A lot less eloquently than you did.
Yeah, and basically the thing is, like, I'm okay with the autos changing and shortening, and she did have a bit to sign. She had a very busy year for those signatures. It was COVID, blah blah blah. But the HD is not. When she switched to the HD to obviously save time and fit it on the sticker, it just doesn't flow as well. And I think by doing that, like you said earlier with the Nick Sanchez, there is more potential for fraudulent autos out there. Because now that they exist on a pack pulled auto, it's, you go to the track. Now, even her in-person autos are much different. And I have many, many, many. Some from a pristine auction signing, some from an in-person at the track that Amanda got. She signed a couple shirts for me at the last race. She's very great with her fans and signing stuff, and she does take her time. I've seen her sign diecast with the full name at the track, sheet metal with the full name. So I think it just comes down to the sticker change, going from on-card to sticker. So that's my reasoning. But we'll move on. I can talk about that for a while. Who's next on your list? We only have a few left here.
Newman.
Okay,
C-tier.
Rocket Man.
That's all I really need. That's all I really need to say. Yeah.
I don't really have a defense there. I'm going to put him at the bottom, probably below Haley and around Casey Mears, just somewhere in that era.
Yeah. I don't think it's D. It's not D tier.
No, it's not D. It's good. It swoops. It's clean. It's Ryan Newman, but it's nothing super fancy.
Yeah.
Kyle Larson.
I do another one just because.
Yeah,
can I do another one? Okay, that's who I was going to go to. That's who I was going to go to anyways.
Right,
so
shoot. What you got?
Looking at my board, I think he slots like upper B tier.
You say upper B?
Just looking at the board. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree. I had him in mid B, so I can rock with that.
Like, I'm just looking kind of at my board. My board probably looks different than yours, but on mine, I kind of have it in the similar tier as the Dale Jr. to Ricky Craven type.
Sure. Yeah, I think.
And I feel like that fits.
I think I probably put him between like the Willies and the Craven, somewhere in there. We'll probably put him like right there.
Yeah, that's where I have. Like,
Okay.
I can't see the screen. I have my own screen, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's he has a nice clean auto. Obviously, he didn't get to sign for a year. 2020 product. I think he was in. Was he in Donruss? Yeah, he was in Donruss, but I think that was the only product he was in for 2020. Might have. No, I don't think he had autos in Chronicles, but either way.
Did it to himself.
Yeah, no, 100%. Next, I'm gonna stick with Hendrick and go Bowman.
Yeah, cool.
Bowman, I'm probably gonna get flack for this, but I actually have him in the D tier. Just it just feels sloppy to me. You have AB as initials, so I feel like you could have done something pretty cool with that. I respect his style and his auto, but it just doesn't do it for me. It's just some of the cards I've seen.
It's uninspiring
correct.
for me.
Yeah, it's boring.
It.
Okay, it's boring. I'm gonna say it's boring. I have him in a D, and I'm actually gonna put him at the top because it is a little bit more interactive compared to Almirola and the other guys we have there.
I want to put him. I really want to put him as the last in C tier.
I just can't. I can't put him in C, brother. I can't. There's too many. His auto, even on NT, like Steiner sent me some premium patch autos to grade with SGC, and
I mean, if you're firm on D, I'm fine with it. I was just saying,
pretty. That one, I gotta be pretty solid on D, because just even from the same year set cards he probably signed one after another, they're just so different to me. There's just no.
That's fine.
No, not even close. Yeah, I'll probably get some flack for that, but that's okay. I'll take it. Go ahead. You shoot. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. 5 left.
I don't know. You can put Mike Harmon in like C tier, I guess.
Mike Harmon in C tier? How dare you?
I don't have any.
Unbelievable.
Mike Harmon.
That's probably worse.
Mike Harmon's this big. He's this big meme for guys. I've never been a big like Mike Harmon like memer guy. Like it's Mike Harmon. Like I like.
Here's the deal.
Like the jokes about like drivers hit harder when they're actually like driving like higher in position. I know like he drives towards the back and like I know the reason why, but like I don't know. They just don't hit as hard when they're not like towards the top of the field.
The thing is though is you gotta love him, right? Panini hits him up. Hey, we're gonna put you in a set. Okay, signs everything, signs it all. It's Mike Harmon. The guy just looks like a bad MF, like somebody you could absolutely after the race go grab some cheese curds and a beer with, and it would be a great time.
They should do a dual auto Mike Harmon, BJ McLeod.
They should do a dual auto. Oh my God, I would lop off my left kidney for that. Oh my God, that'd be legendary. Come on,
Same
Panini,
vibe.
Get with it. Yeah, I'm gonna put him at the bottom of C tier. That's where Mr. Harmon goes. I do like his auto though as an auto. That's the reason it's not a D tier. It is clean and consistent, but it's not super pizzazzy. But he's also one of those, if you open a box of Chronicles and you pull Mike first, it's kind of like or if you have a banger auto and another banger and you get a Mike Harmon, it's just a good, solid, rounded out box. So the auto can always just make you feel warm and fuzzy or cold and prickly depending on which pack it comes out of. So I like that. Okay. I'm going to go with Natalie Decker next. And I actually have her either as high C or low B tier. It's a auto that is always at like a 74-degree angle and shoots up to the top right of the card. Now, the bonus is sometimes you get her auto, you actually get 2 for 1. You can get 2 autos for the price of 1 with her because she did sign the back of the cards on some of these sets as well. So I'm open to info. I'm open to your feedback, but I would just say bottom B, high C, somewhere there. It is clean. It's very consistent. She's always had the same auto. I will say her sticker autos from 2021 Chronicles, her rookie stuff, much better. But then from everything forward, it's always been like at an angle and shooting up to the right. It's like cockeyed. So what's your input on that?
I like C tier better.
All right. I'm going to put it right next to Sadler then.
That's fine.
All right, cool. Who's next? We got 3 left.
Okay, so we got 3 left. One of them, I don't even know who that is. It's because I can't read the name. So then we got your guy. So I'll go Chastain, I guess, because I don't know. I'll save you your guy, and I can't tell who the other one is. If you told me the name, I probably wouldn't. I haven't, I guess, but I don't want to say it out loud.
I believe that's Julia
so we'll do
Landauer.
Chastain. Okay, yeah.
Do you want to do Chastain
So
first? That's cool. Let's do Ross. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do Ross. Ross is fine. Ross is fine.
Ross is good and clean. He signed a copy of 2005 NASCAR Thunder for me, or NASCAR Heat.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yep, I got him to sign at the championship weekend last year, so definitely a fun.
He probably thought it was hilarious. He probably liked.
Dude, he was hoofing it from the haulers to a media thing, and I said, "Hey Ross," and he said, "Hello." I was like, "Real quick, I know you're busy. could you sign this for me, please? And he's like, I just don't have time. And I whipped out the game. He's like, oh my God. And he stopped, he signed it. He had a laugh. We took a picture. He's like, dude, that's great. So I feel like I might have made his day a little bit. It was definitely fun for me. So
Probably.
yeah. So where do you think Ross falls? I have my opinion, but you picked him. So let's see what you think.
Yeah, I like him in B tier.
Okay, I'll like lower B.
I could be
mid B.
Yeah, I was thinking lower B.
I'm probably probably like between Ricky and Junior. Somewhere in there, mid pack, because it is a good auto. It is clean.
Yeah,
I do like it.
Yeah, that's what I had him. I had him maybe a little more in between the Benson to Golding, but that's just picking straws at this point. Like,
I think
somewhere
that's fine.
in the
Mid pack.
fine.
Yeah, mid pack. All right, so we got 2 left. We got Julia Landauer. I'm putting her in the bottom of C tier. Always consistent, always clean, just not a super fun auto to get. It's just kind of like a sideways J with the swoop. Just figured it's one of those oddball ones that everybody tries to chase in torque and Donruss brakes. So, certified. So that's why I put her on the list. And then we come to the last one. And this autograph is probably the best auto I've seen in the last 12 months. Consistency-wise, penmanship-wise, uniqueness, character, boldness, absolute legend status. And it is Zachary Tinkle. It is far and away one of the coolest autos I've seen on a card. It is a sick cursive Z with a fancy T and then a loop, swoop, and pull to the end and a triple loop-de-loop. And I'm closing in on 100 Zachary Tinkle autos myself. We're sitting right around 92 or so right now. And I do not have one off a card, off a sticker, with a bleed, with a streak, with a pen pull, with a pen lift, with a smudge, anything. It is absolutely perfection. And he's S tier.
Oh, Jordan.
Zachary
Jordan.
Tinkle's S tier. He ain't moving. He's not. Nope. That is an S tier auto. It is our 4th S tier. He sits alongside Joey Logano, Jimmy Johnson, and Dale Earnhardt Sr. And I don't even think there's something you could counter with to tell me it can't be, because I could compare it to our A tier and B tier and go head to head with you. You can pick anybody out, and I'll tell you why.
Jordan.
Tell me how that auto is not S tier. I have almost 100.
You're trying to hype up your PC. I see right through it, Jordan. It's not.
Listen, the kid just signed a custom inscribed auto to me last weekend, courtesy of Ronnie. He said to Jordan, Zachary Tinkle. Right, okay, that was auto number 92 in the PC. That's going to PSA on the next order to get authenticated and slabbed. Okay, the kid does more signings and signs more stickers and cards than the other rookies. Nick Sanchez, Sammy Smith, Tyler Ankrum, Matt Mills, Stephen Parson, Ryan Ellis, Santino Ferrucci. Other than Tony B, they don't have the consistency, penmanship, or quality to even match this man. The dude's auto is flawless. Flawless.
Brother, get off your knees right now.
It is S tier.
Get off your knees.
There is no changing it. The man is a legend. And he's even the stuff I've seen him sign in person, he takes his time, and it's immaculate. Immaculate.
I hope he comes on the show so I can tell him.
God willing,
auto is garbage.
That would make my day if we could interview him. Oh, I would love to chat with him.
I just cannot wait so I can look him in the eyes and tell him his auto is garbage. Just to see your
better
face
not.
drop. I can't wait.
That is
I cannot wait.
I
cannot wait.
Oh my!
I'm gonna put him in S my screen because I know you're just gonna veto him there anyways. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say he's an A tier just so you have to put your veto to S tier for Tinkle. Just because I know it's gonna grind your gears if he's not on that top tier. So
I already put him in the S tier. I had him in S tier before I even started talking about him. He's already up there. He's sitting right next to Logano.
So is that your veto? You're just vetoing Tinkle?
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, I think we made a pretty good list here. If you look at each individual tier by itself real quick, D tier, Bowman, Almirola, Sanchez, Lawson, Custer, Brad, Smith, Sammy Smith, and Ty Gibbs. That is a clear D tier level, right? We can't argue that. Can we shake hands on that one? We're in agreement. That's a solid
On
D
D
tier.
tier, yeah.
D tier is solid. C tier, we got Sadler at the top, Landauer at the back, Decker, Rudd, Waltrip, Kenseth, Andretti, Santino, new Jimmy, new Haley, Newman, Mears, Jerry, Mike Harmon. I think that's a pretty good C tier. I think that's pretty spot on. Maybe one or two could be fought for low B, but I think we did a pretty good job putting that one together.
That's where Tinkle deserves, but continue.
What's that?
That's where Tinkle should be, but continue.
Comical. This guy's a comedian. B tier, Old Sammy, Bill, all the way up to Dale Jr., Willie, Larson, Leclerc, Hamilton, Craven. Really good list. I think that's pretty solid. Brad Smith, meme auto, just, that's where he should be. It's clearly good. Johnny Benson definitely could be higher up, probably on the B side. And then A tier looks really good. I mean, if you look at that A tier, that's a good group of autos. From Danica to Max. Really solid lineup. And then S tier, it's just the four horsemen of the NASCAR apocalypse. It's Dale Sr., Jimmy Johnson, Logano, and Zachary Tinkle. I mean, there's nothing to argue. It's just amazing. Just perfect autos all the way across.
The thing that I'm really happy about is that we saved them for last. So I know this video is so long that people aren't going to even stay this long.
Oh, they're going to stay because I'm going to clip the heck out of this part. It's going to be everywhere.
Brother.
Oh, yeah, baby.
So
I love his auto. I think the kid's awesome. It's great. It's just been fun to collect.
I don't, it could be, I'm not going to say that. It could be the worst person on the planet. I'm strictly judging the autos, and it's a C tier auto.
Well, I could put him in A if that would make you feel better.
I want him in. I said put him in A because it's gonna drive you nuts, and I know you're gonna want to veto him up to S, so put him in A.
I do like him up at the top though. All right, we'll put him in S tier, right next to Danica and Mario Andretti. That's fine. That's where we'll put him.
Yeah, put him in A tier.
But again, I haven't had any issues with his autograph. There may be some out there I haven't seen. There may be some smudges out there, some pen lifts, but I doubt it. The man's flawless. His penmanship is absolutely, indubitably credible. It's amazing.
All right.
But I like this list. I think we put together a good one, man. I think it's pretty darn good.
We got some vetoes though. I got to see if there's anything I want to veto.
Okay. I don't even have a veto, really. Not that that matters. If you have one, go for it. But I don't really have anything I'd change. I like the way D tier looks. I think C tier is pretty. Hey, Grom. Our cinematographer finally showed up. I really like the A tier list. I mean, B tier could probably move around a bit. There's an argument there, obviously. But what do you think? What do you want to veto? What do you want to move?
I'm gonna be honest. This list is lost with Tinkle in A. This list is already lost.
Stop.
The list is lost, so you can just put Nadu up in S tier, I guess. Like the list is lost.
No, well, come on. That's a stretch.
The list is lost. The list is lost. You're losing the list.
Lost.
You're losing your
No.
You're losing your credibility right now.
No, because I'm going off my standard protocol. Cleanliness, consistency, accuracy, penmanship. He nails all the categories. And one day it will be as iconic as some of these other drivers when he starts winning cup races.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to eBay right now, and this will be the deciding factor. We're not gonna have this on screen, I guess.
You want comps?
But no, I don't give a shit about the comps. Okay, let me pull this up. Ready for this? All right. Here's a fun little game for us. I have pulled up Mr. Tinkle's auto. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can you just talk for like 30 seconds while I find something real quick? Just talk about whatever you want while I go around real quick.
Well, I could talk about what's coming up on episode 6, but I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. We do plan to be doing some sort of hobby interviews here with collectors to get inside the minds of you guys and what you look for, what you do, what you're after, sets you're chasing, rainbows you're after, etc. We definitely want to get in on that. We definitely want some input on these tier lists. We're going to keep doing them. We're going to do a product tier list. We're going to do card quality, stuff like that, different sets within products. This will be something that we run a little series on. Obviously, we're having a little fun with this one tonight. You know, there's clearly everybody has their opinions. For me as a Tinkle collector, if it holds a special place in my PC, and I love his auto. I think that's why I started collecting. I didn't even know who he was. I just pulled his auto in my first box of Chronicles or first box of Donruss, and it was off to the races from there. It's been absolutely tremendously fun.
All right, Jordan, I'm back.
Hey, Noah's back.
Here's my test. Ready for this?
Yeah.
So in front of me, I have a filler card. Okay. And I have a pen. Okay. So what I'm gonna do right now is I just pulled out the first Tinkle auto I found, and I'm gonna copy it exactly how it is.
That sounds fraudulent.
If I can come anywhere near this auto, you are a fraud. If I cannot come close to this auto, you can keep it in A tier.
I don't think you will.
So it comes down to my, and I'm only giving it one attempt. So if it comes out ass, it's gonna come out bad. So
put it in Discord when you're done.
Yo, 100%. I'm sending it to you for just to see. All right, I'm done. I think I went. Oh no, thank God I didn't. All right, I'm gonna put it up right next to the auto.
Let me see it.
And this is my first ever attempt, mind you. I'm sending it to you on Discord. And you can put it on the screen.
I'll put it on the screen for everybody. I will.
Hopefully it's sent. I'm trying to send it at least. Well, it's trying to send at least. It's trying its best.
The computer knows it's fraudulent.
I'll send it over on Messenger just because maybe we're on Discord right now. So I need something else. But yeah, so as you can see, I copied it perfectly.
I see nothing.
Didn't take me that much effort. It's loading. Here, let me...
Something a scammer would say. Oh, there it is.
There we go. It's sent. I took it off my Wi-Fi.
Hell no. No
I
shot.
copied it like word for word, bar for bar.
It's close, but your T-tail's touching. You have an extra hoop at the top. Your Z is not swooping down below the T. You have one too many squirrelies. Actually, that's a sick auto. Is that for sale? Is that available or is that a sold auction? Oh, that's available?
Yeah,
I need that. There's an extra E on the end.
$9.99.
That has an extra swoop. I need that. That's a good deal.
Yeah, it's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I'm gonna buy it out. I'm gonna buy it out right now, so you can't have it.
And you have a long tail. I mean, it's a valiant effort, but I still think he stays in the A tier. I still think he's there, and we can move Jerry up if you'd like. We can move Jerry up to B. I'll give you high B, and we'll just call it a day. And we both get our one freebie. Or do you want to put him in A? We can put him in A too. It's up to you. I do like his auto. I like both.
Just put Jerry next to Tinkle.
I'm in. I think that's good. That is a solid.
Shout out to you, Jerry Nadu.
Yeah, buddy. So there's our final tier list. We're obviously going to do some more of these.
It's garbage. It's garbage.
No, come on.
Jordan
now.
ruined it, guys.
This is super solid. We want to hear from you below. I enjoyed it. This was fun. I think we'll do another one here probably in a week or two. Episode 6, we don't really know what it's going to be. If you're watching for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and hit that button for notifications. We'd love to hear from you. And obviously, you guys are watching a ton of this stuff that we're putting out. So thank you. For myself and Noah, we really do appreciate you. We're new at this, but we're having fun. We have a bunch of fun stuff planned, especially with the Vegas race coming up. We're in the round of 8. We have the championship weekend. We'll be in the pits talking with drivers and crew, hopefully. We got a lot of
Not
fun
me.
stuff planned.
I
Well,
won't be there.
I know because I know we don't need to talk about that right now. The dark side, but but I had a good time. I think this was fun. I think there's obviously tons more drivers we can add. We could do an F1 specific. We could do a specific episode on some other stuff. So if you have an
We
idea,
got plenty more NASCAR guys.
plenty. I mean, the checklists are hundreds deep. So a lot of cool stuff to come. Maybe we'll do like a booklets episode, like a booklets tier list. That could be good.
Dude, like how else am I gonna sneak in like Jimmy Spencer or somebody on this
I
list?
love Jimmy.
Like,
Yeah, Spencer.
I got a lot of
let's
more
go.
guys.
Sneak him in, man. Absolutely. But for now, this is actually the longest episode we've ever recorded. We're at 1 hour and 45 minutes. If you skipped around, great. If you watched the whole thing, you're an absolute legend. We will see you in the comments. We will see you on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, we will see you next week for episode 6.
Thanks, guys. Take care. If any drivers you want for the next episode that we do for this, drop it in the comments. Thanks, you guys. Have fun.
Adios.